Saturday, the biggest blockbuster is going to be the apprentice versus the master. Which was it here?
Oh, now you do be some man.
But be so.
You may pass him, mammy.
No, I want to know. But no, by saying your bonnet. Where you think
only maybe I'm in.
No, ain't there be.
You know it.
And then maybe I will. Why now show bet me winning match?
No, make it.
And adding here.
Because Charles in City.
Charles in City.
Now since 2021 Champions League now I'm sure. How should be? What best you draw?
At a Champions League, no, you can't go share no. Thomas Tuchel can go share. I think in the FA Cup.
Sir.
Yeah, but that's the last time.
I need to check.
Yeah, in the I think one of those cup competitions, Tuchel can go share with Etihad.
Okay.
So that's the only time. But of course, anyhow can I know? I check. Yeah, post that time and also moments, I check for Chelsea to score them. But wait, don't you think say maybe we'll watch Chelsea beat Manchester City here now?
Is it because of the City go through?
It's part of the reasons. And then the fact that last season under Mauricio Pochettino na enko ye kra na Chelsea got a draw. Right? And when you look at it purely from a tactical point of view, there are real openings for Chelsea to make him take advantage. Gabi Kasimbi. Yeah. City for no. So even the first game at Chelsea young boy in the first game of the season. Your ball match in the one. Yeah, Oba catch and say, who got Richard? Who catch and say, Chelsea ball. Meba. Chelsea call Anfield call Liverpool. Yeah, back. Chelsea ball. Manchester United, Chelsea ball. In all of these games, Chelsea are winning. So that's where it comes to the clinical ability of Chelsea. Any one of them. And compared to all of these sides that have been clinical, Liverpool for the very clinical, Mohamed Salah will score if you don't score. Chelsea against Manchester City, Stamford Bridge, it was 2 goals. One, Erling Haaland in the box, and the other one outside of the box from a bunch of friend Mateo Kovacic. So the thing is that Chelsea beat me up, but if they are not clinical enough, if they don't finish off over possession, playing through the whatever, all the terminologies we can use tactically. So all my team finish off in the final third. Meaning a conversation can. So for me, there is a good chance for Chelsea to win. And only the game at Chelsea, Manchester City, any team in Paris Saint-Germain, as your case study for the analysis, then there is a real chance. And now we can say which job. Because of the injury of Rodri Cascante, Joseph Guardiola has resorted into a mid-block 4-4-2 with a midfield pair of 2. Intimidakacha will say, I think the City first issue is the lack of legs in the middle of the pack. Now, lack of legs, what am I talking about? City and about the 2 midfield pair of Bernardo Silva and a bunch of friend Mateo Kovacic will feel if you want to.
Every cup now, before the final.
It was before the final.
Yeah, it was before.
Okay, great, no problem. You see, Ushe, 2 midfielders still feel for them. Bernardo Silva and a bunch of friend Mateo Kovacic in the middle of the pack. Physically, these are not the specimens I open. And Luis Enrique, Pep Guardiola born a 4-4-2. I feel for them. Now, Shadia Luis Enrique, or Paki feel for them always with an extra man. Even when there was an extra man in the middle of the pack for City for always added a +1 because City for wanted to play narrow. Now, it also offered Luis Enrique an opportunity to use the wingers from out wide. So, your ball match near nobody. One of the things that you saw clearly was how good Bradley Barcola was from out wide. How good Ousmane Dembele was when he came on. There is another boy called Desiree Doué, very, very good winger also for Paris Saint-Germain. Had good times from them. So the openings are there tactically. So over a midfield tour, Chelsea most of the times will also come in with Moises Caicedo, will come with Cole Palmer as a +1, although Roberto Central as a 10, Boba drop it deep. Then you have Enzo Fernandez, who and now Enzo Maresca saw a fit to go in and play, but the Romeo Lavia is out of the game, no? So it's their opportunities for Chelsea. Again, yeah, this season, Chelsea are bought against the most intense team, and just a while ago, now can watch them 2 times in all of those games comfortably. Enzo Maresca boys were able to play through them. Bournemouth 1, at vitality comfortably, be able to find openings and play through them. See, for the very first time as a Chelsea fan, me just say Chelsea for this even away from Pep Guardiola and the Man City issues on having. When you're concentrating largely on what Chelsea can do, you know that there are opportunities. Again, at home at Stamford Bridge against Bournemouth, easily Chelsea could play through them. So over against City, obviously, like this. The 4-4-2 high press that will variate at a certain point in time, led by Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne. It is going to happen. But when it does, I want a Chelsea ball playing players have to come and do the job. It's one. If this will give us an idea of the kind of lineup at Chelsea for some coma, I think that this is a game where say Chelsea are the 4-2-3-1 now, now say the 4-3-3 now. The wingers, I say the two paces of the wingers now. It's a speed they want on them. Ruben Diaz any on them. So City would have to defend wide areas with either of their fullbacks or both Rico Lewis most of the times these days or Matthias Nunez as the fullback. If it's playing Rico Lewis or Matthias Nunez, one of them will come centrally. So, like Desaidu, like Bradley Bacola, you need the wide areas, and that's exactly Adia made sure or the tactical board. No, in this large green area, it was a place that was left to a branch friend Bradley Bacola, and Obo Noni Madueke, Pedro Neto, all a lot of pace. Then they can run at Manchester City for. I think this is also a game at Palmer will be very, very important with Enzo Fernandez in the half spaces and the tight spaces, together with Nicolas Jackson to drop deep as a +1. So, Rich, seriously, opening is no on them. Advantage is no on them for Chelsea to go into this game against Man City and win. But the biggest problem and the most important one, and they say, City Abu Bonnie, when they can be clinical and they will finish. In times when you don't expect, then you go and press City man for man. Now Ederson a ball long the ball to Erling Haaland in the channel. Or Pulu center back in Bakupia, pam, the goal comes in. And then Uwe Bisa will say, who will play at Chelsea center back pair with because Levi Cole are back according to Enzo Maresca. But who plays at the center back pair?
Okay.
Over Chaloba na. Trevor Chaloba, Levi. And about tossing Levi.
About Chaloba.
About Chaloba ne Abenti Feno, Levi Cole with Now it's a 2 academy graduates. One right-footed center back. But why now didn't even see Erling Haaland? Who will do the aggressive job on Erling Haaland? Not the sweeper. Why now man I say Edmar?
Levy.
Woman Levy quite aggressive on Salah or cause a penalty.
And so talk to him. Can't say who didn't have a change ball.
On your physical channel or a money to channel. How do you outside of the box?
You know, make sure so on Fabon and go.
Because which Sadia no quality me again number 60.
Sure.
One long ball into Erling Haaland. Or shrugging center back now or defending the free one. And that's where City are very, very dangerous when they are playing with it. I really do think in that zone,
Okay.
Maybe there and can remember Trev. Remember Trev I aggressive. Ellen so. No me jai level say Levy say on sweep here chiro mame. There be a Trev who ha. Declare in Jan Romanenko.
Right.
Chelsea Boria from a chair. They should be confident to play from the back. It means that Rhys James will play as a number 3, as right back, or then you have Marco Correa. One of them will come inverted next to a branch of Moise Caicedo. Ebe Marco Correa. Into back 3 and obey Rhys James to defend wide areas with Jeremy Doku. Then you have in central here Abantia, your friend Trevor Chaloba, the CCB. Then you push Levi Cole. Ebe affect Chelsea Kakra and build up. But it's a good one. Consistently, there should be a lot of rotations of Cole Palmer and Abantia friend Enzo Fernandez in between the lines to get a job done. I think that Chelsea beat City.
Especially me, baby, I'm no yard dream pie. Matthias Nunez, Rico Lewis one.
Yeah.
So bomb me and Nuba could be our Chelsea Bashon.
Who's there?
John be no more on position and
yeah, John Stones back in the game against PSG. It's a bit no abono, but I'm gonna clear.
So Rico.
Yeah, and I say Nunez. I think the
I'm not telling me what I'm pa.
Yeah, I've watched them.
Thank you.
Who's that? How come on your natural position?
On a PG, you see your audition goes to
Drona. On your natural position.
Okay, go in.
It's going to be a tough one for team and both teams now. But I think that if there is a time at Chelsea beating Manchester City, and I mean, and they need to get a job done for once. She a big team maybe not making sure say BBI come on. It's rich. Yeah, go through all of that, but if you can see him in some win here, papa, Michelle. Of all the matches now, you say I feel no joining as Michelle. Obebani Edin Komoni Nani Abobo Bosso code no amount. Of course at the Facebook, but I'm starting my bobo. I think the first one about 20 odds. First one 20 odds. And I know 158. 46496 and only a 20 odds. Hold on, next one is 6 odds. Maybe I don't penny baby, sir. Ye baby, if you remember cause issues now, market 12 and only a 158-43685. 158-43685 and only a 6 odds. Next one a 10 odds. And only a Saturday in 10 odds. No, a 158-4329B. 158-4329B. Mind you, you Chelsea free all of the emo because team are no one any power back on the finish him. And a final one the long weekend no 87 odds and only a 158-4274D. 158-4274D. Manchester United song can I know a long bet throughout the week. It's rich. Okay. That is it. You didn't come. Mommy, 10,000. BBI fine. And they are saying, but this weekend matches were hot, papa. And blockbuster matches we will come and Kofa also said they are top matches. But some matches near top. Mommy, more example back. Nottingham Forest, any Bournemouth bebo this weekend.
If two informed teams.
Yeah.
Be out for.
Like, in fact, they have been informed throughout the start of the season. Both teams now. Oma is seriously informed. It's Social Nottingham Forest, any Bournemouth and Andoni Areola, any Nottingham Forest and Nuno Espirito Santo. And the kind of job that both managers are doing. One at the vitality match because of the vitality, and the other one, Nottingham one. You know they say a very, very tough game, City ground, very tough game because for both managers. You know, any of money did you come. Of course, Atalanta has a huge game as well versus Como, and also in the Italian Serie A, Juve, any team, your friend Napoli, Ebebo. Now, see, Italian Serie A anymore. Today, be a catch you. Aya should be. Because an exciting league, very exciting. From first to seat, and also middle table class will see a very stubborn. You need to watch and then have the conversation from those areas now. You ever start here for Italian Serie A? Me start here in commodity assistants now. You see you have 1,500 Ghana cities. First one medical chawa say star 281 as Michelle. You're ready. Na man in 10. Na bibia and customer. Rich. Italian Serie A table saying it here. Napoli are on top with 50 points as it stands now. Inter the second. But on one game in the hand with 47 points. Atalanta under Gianpiero Gasperini 43 points with Lazio 39 points. Then Juve 37. Fiorentina 33. So everybody after say Milan Fokokofa Avranche friend Francesco Conceição Obaye as new manager no still over the 8th position behind Bologna and Vincenzo Italiano ne coach with 31 points. So it sets the conversation for Italian Serie A. Adeba Italian Serie A dance is the availability of top brains. Maka, so in terms of tactics, power, pure football, and how people coaches manipulate and how they are imprinting matches now. Italian Serie A and obviously this season, one of the coaches are even for me. Now again said the time at the top was coming to an end, but when reinventing moving away from the 3-back to go and play a 4-3-3 with Sports Marton as the final box crusher, using Billy Gilmore and then Stanislav Lobotka in the middle of the park to control the game and then some physicality. Or the Frank André Zomba and Luis Ababe Shevno, Antonio Conte has been spot on, obviously. Onyane man in a branch of Romelu Lukaku. So that's it. Whilst on the other hand, it was a Juma Thiago Motta last season at Bologna qualifying them to the Champions League, something that they had not done in a very, very long time. And I bet you Thiago Motta in qualifying them there. Wako Juventus consistently, need to draw no more. If you take 10 games, Juve about draw almost 6 in terms of probability. The last time out in the Champions League, almost 0-0 draw, and almost Naples at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, and at 6 p.m. And that's the game that's going to go on for Team Alfredo, Napoli and Juventus. My money is on Napoli. Misika so if I'm to be very confident and picks okay, me set match in a koha. My money is on Napoli to win. But because they are my money is to protect the investment of investors. Napoli are the favorites. Remember the double chance to play against Team Efene Juventus over there. Milan, against Parma at home. If you over there, the San Siro, it's a game that Milan should be able to win. Inter will go away to Lecce. Inter will issues kakra when they travel away, when they go and play teams in the northeast of Italy. So we need to be a little bit careful, but it's a game that Inter can still go ahead and get a job done. Lazio for in the Europa League. Real Sociedad eka from Stadio de Olimpico Rome. It's a game that again at home at Fiorentina, tough, but I think that they'll be able to do their job. For Como, any Atalanta there, it's a goals game. Como Tifiebi or Consiri, Atalanta to show a lot of the goals. Of course, Matteo Retegui, any Ademola Lookman are still going to be in there playing versus Fabregas Como side. No, they are going to be goals. Of course, we move on to the Spanish La Liga. Because then obviously your big game one maybe analysis now you more Spanish La Liga on 10-10. Real Madrid, like what happened last weekend, head on top with 46 points. Atletico de Madrid 44 points. Barcelona 39 points. Athletic Club 39 points. Villarreal 33 points. RCD Mallorca 30 points. And Omukita Honam, of course, Atletico de Madrid for Etnefi actually in Villarreal. When Villarreal play any match in the Spanish La Liga, it's goals that come through that match. And the fact that Atletico Madrid means that goals are going to come in that match. I'm expecting say this game will win a lot of goals. Our Spanish La Liga name. Of course, Diego Simeone knows said to be able to close in on Real Madrid and then get the job done. Our Spanish La Liga name match is busy so starts no results now. And of course, after over the week, of course our Champions League name are almost coming back from a man down and a go down against my friend Leverkusen to win via a last minute goal from our branch friend Julian Alvarez. Now it sets the tone for this weekend game. No? And so Utie Diego Simeone last weekend. Asemba can say the favorites are Real Madrid because after all they've gone through, they are still winning. But almost they need to start back again. Also, no more long winning streak. And they say the last weekend out against Leganés. Now this time they want to come back and then get the results over there. A full house for Atletico de Madrid. In the middle of the park, everybody is there. Up top, Griezmann, Solo, and Abrantia, your friend Julian Alvarez. One of the biggest advantages of Abrantia, your friend Diego Simeone team, Atletico de Madrid, they say, a lot of depth on the bench on them. So any point in time, game they can call on people. I'm afraid a lot of the players to come from Angel Correa, Solo, Griezmann, Julian Alvarez to always come and then get and win the game for them, and that's exactly what they are going to do against Team Efene Villarreal. It's a game. I think say Atletico de Madrid for no the turning point for Madrid has come. Who is rich? After all Madrid have gone through this season, comfortably, they have not been on top of the Spanish La Liga. Barca, Atletico, Madrid second. Barca, Atletico, Madrid third. Barca, Atletico, Madrid joint. It has never been them alone at the top. Now this time, after all the results and all the not so consistent results now, Madrid are comfortably at the top now. And I think say every day we analyze it Madrid and they say so on your advantage, you say adding for you to take the advantage away from them. And I think that's going to be the story. Now that Madrid are on top, the onslaught against Team friend Leipzig, Salzburg rather, our Champions League game over the weekend. No, I think it's going to continue this weekend with Spanish La Liga name. And Utie, Carlo Ancelotti. Also, everybody is back. The balance of the team, he has gotten it again. Using Dani Ceballos FIFA to control the game has been very, very important for him with Luka Modric when they come in. Of course, Vinicius Jr. is set to return after the issues of the game ban, the red card, and the last time when you're out against Valencia. No, Abrante for the Vini is going to be back. Kylian Mbappe still not back. Of course, Kylian Mbappe is consistently getting the goals for team your friend Real Madrid. And in a bad season, I'm going to focus on Kylian and settle in. Goals no.
Only a bazar.
Yeah, no. No, you see, when we say bad, and as I say, Madrid for no be some more for him, it was in conjunction with Madrid performance. So Vini 20, and I say Madrid into me when he goes now. The goals are not important.
And maybe I'm for where Branteno or no one level our Saturday man a Paris Saint-Germain.
Exactly.
Bono.
Yeah.
If you are Obama Madrid and said then when you
but only in the crown of Madrid, it's a be a different conversation. But now Madrid and share. And Wakofa Mbappe, who is a big name. I him said, oh no, team Obama, they constantly score. So why are Mbappe's goals not translating into wins at FC Real Madrid? It was a big question. But now Mbappe's goals are translating to wins and are culminating with the balance of the team and the fact that other players are coming into play. Look at the last time at Rodrigo Goes. In terms of a goal scoring winger, also in the box, clinical instinct and then the goal scoring finishing ability to get in the box now. You get it from Rodrigo Goes, and that's the most important thing for team and friend Real Madrid. So Mbappe is getting to the point where Nigero gets it to the level where he wants it to be once the other players are playing well. I think that Madrid going away from home may make it a little bit dicey, but it's again that Madrid will win. Maybe not too many games, too many goals, but Madrid ever come out the biggest advantage to Barca this week has been the contract extension of Araujo. See, whether Araujo would have signed or not, there was a possibility that GV for no better free. And for a lot of Barca fans now, the worry of losing Ronald Araujo is a reality. So commit me lose Araujo. You see, before this time, before Araujo injury, for me at defense, numbers a player more important than Ronald Araujo. No, you're the commander at the back for team friend Barcelona. Whatever you need to control the game, to be the leader at the back, to usher the team, the physicality, every facet of play, Ronald Araujo was important. And we see, not Barca here. In fact, in the last time out when they went away to Benfica, Barca went down. One of the players who originate Chelsea consistently, not all one line breaking passes was Ronald Araujo. So it's important in every phase of play. It's for Barca to get a contract extension. It's very, very important for them. Especially, say, coinciding with the injury of Abrante friend Inigo Martinez, makes it even extra important for team friend of Barcelona. And they almost left here actually in Valencia at home. See, Barca knows. Say, the last time Bijinaka said, I have not seen Barca dig deep well this season until that Benfica game. Benfica game now. Barca are more different from the other games on dropping points now. They just wanted it more. They stayed in the game as long as possible. And Debbie Ameka said it's the contrast of Barca and Madrid. Madrid almost struggle because they find a way to win. But this season with Barcelona, once the going gets tough, now for be a giant fighter. But in the game against Benfica, away they were able to get a job done. I think that they need to keep on because Valencia any easy games are. But then at home, I'm expecting say Barca will get the results in there. Now Obama Bibia I come out down to the English Premier League. Blockbuster matches so. A very interesting games and because we're English Premier League, this weekend. And like I said, one of the matches are very, very, very interesting, but people have not looked at it. Is this match between Antonio Areola and Abrante friend Nuno Espirito Santo? I'll tell you my prediction before I go on. Bournemouth best channel for vitality.
I agree with you.
Bournemouth best channel there for vitality. Yeah, I have not seen a much intense team than Bournemouth this season.
Team question Newcastle.
Yeah.
Newcastle.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you see, the thing is that Bournemouth team, he plays the Proud.
Okay.
The center for the Kofa Ivan Nelson by the Baby replacing Domenico Solanke or Neo Costa Torian Mospeno. Ivan Nelson the pra. So they have to bring in makeshift. Also, my last game against Newcastle, Antoine Semenyo played centrally. And about Justin Clever. Now, you see, I wanted to tell you this on Monday, but Refi. I like it when commentators play with the word, you know. Who's a Justin Clever? 3 goals. And Onone Papa Patrick. Now, Patrick Eboma Newcastle at some point in time. Justin Clever shared a 3rd goal. The penalty commentator and it's a hat trick. The son of Patrick scores a hat trick. Like brilliant against his former team. Me take commentary. I love the fact that commentator and play with words now of the players now. I think that Kluivert is on good form. Antoine Semenyo same. But the most important players for Bournemouth have been their 2 centre backs. Zabani and Hoytson. Players are even Real Madrid who have been asking questions about them. And then they are breaking lines and playing very well for team and friend Bournemouth. I think say confidently Bournemouth for best team and friend Nottingham Forest, and is in one of my picks. Everton against Brighton. It's a game that will come with a lot of goals. Fabian Hessler here Jumapa. Rich Adebakwa among Senior League this season is a top managers will move. Fabian Hessler was in the Division 4 of German football about 3 years ago, and then the Brighton coach, and he's delivering. Andoni Areola from the Basque region of Spain, nobody particularly knew him. He's getting the job done. Then Liverpool bets Nefia about Ipswich Town. I think Liverpool should be able to get a job done. Arsenal will go away to Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's a tricky game. Arsenal drop a point, 12 points from winning positions, the most than any team in English Premier League game. Only Chelsea they come next to them, so they know that if they can go on and win, especially Northern Forest man drop a points there because they are on the same points. You know, Arsenal need to get something against Wolves for, and I think that they should be able to do that. And then on